Hi, I'm Tyler, and welcome to another episode of my Christian Music Week reviews. Each week I take 5 releases, be it albums, EPs, or singles, and after having listened to them all week, I come back here and I review them. I share what I think about them. So without further ado, let's get to this week's first release. Bryan and Caitie Torwalt of Jesus Culture's new album. I've got good news. Bryan and Caitie Torwalt's new live album, I've got good news. Let's dive into it. So, pretty good album here. Stylistically, definitely a worship album with some gospel elements at some points as well. And as for the lyrics here, pretty good lyrics here. Bryan and Caitie talk about how even when it seems hopeless in the dark, we can look to Jesus, the only God who gave his life to redeem us, broken children, to forever reign over our story, to work all for the best for us. Up next, former Buffalo Music member Amanda Cook's new album, State of the Union. Former Buffalo Music member Amanda Cook's new album, State of the Union. Let's dive into it. So, pretty good album here. Stylistically, definitely a worship album with strong alternative influence and some pop influence as well. And as for the lyrics here, love the lyrics here. Amanda talks about how when we deal with doubt and anxiety in the mountainous wasteland, it doesn't scare Jesus away, but rather, he is the light that is close with us in his gracious love, redeeming us from anxiety and giving us peace when we leave our hurts in his hands, knowing that he will redeem the wasteland into better days. Up next, Avalon-Worship's self-titled album. Avalon-Worship's self-titled album. And yes, they're the band formerly known as Avalon. Let's dive into it. So, pretty good album here. Stylistically, definitely a modern worship album, as the new band name suggests, while they also retain the throwback pop and contemporary elements of their past. I'll admit, when I first listened to this album, I thought the singing and styling was a little more vintage than I would have preferred, but by the third listen, I definitely came to appreciate the vintage side of this sound too. So, again, pretty good album here. And as for the lyrics here, oh, and before I get into the lyrics, let me just say something about the song list. The track list is a mix of covers and original songs. And as for the lyrics here, pretty good lyrics here. They talk about glorifying Jesus with a complete offering of our praise and our lives for how he, in his grace and mercy, has satisfied our need for our dead bones to be resurrected to life as sons and daughters, and also for how he blesses us with peace over fear. Up next, Corey Boss's new EP, Looking for the Light. Corey Boss's new EP, Looking for the Light. Let's dive into it. So, pretty good EP here, and stylistically, a pretty diverse EP. The first song, Big Picture, is a contemporary ballad. Then we have Looking for the Light, which is an alternative ballad. And then we have Hold On, which is a pop song. And then the closing track, Hallway 1, is mostly an instrumental piano track, with the exception of him singing "Oh" at intervals. And as for the lyrics here, pretty good lyrics here. Corey talks about how in this season of broken dreams that makes him feel like a restless questioner, he holds on to God, who helps him make it through, and who puts the broken picture back together into the good big picture. Up next, our last release for today, Katie Hurst's new single, Well Done. So before I dive into my thoughts on Katie Hurst's new single, Well Done, let me just say this came across as a request from You Can't Have It, the Raleigh Girl. Thanks, You Can't Have It, the Raleigh Girl, for requesting this song. Let's dive into it. So, pretty good song here. Stylistically, definitely a contemporary ballad that instrumentally incorporates piano throughout. And then violin merges with the piano when it enters in the first chorus. And then we have drumming at intervals starting in the second chorus. And as for the lyrics here, love the lyrics to this song. Katie talks about how God doesn't care what she does or if she's noticed by this world, just as long as she does what she does with love, he will say, well done, when she stands before him. Absolutely love the message of this song. Well, that's it for this week. Come back next week for 5 more releases. If you like what's on this video, please subscribe. We put out videos every Friday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Time. Also, if you have any thoughts on today's releases or what I may have said about them, let me know down in the comments below. Also in the comments, you can let me know if there's any awesome releases that came out today that you want to see in next week's video. Also, check out the playlist section for my Music Muffin Stream playlist, available here on YouTube and also on Spotify. And you can still enjoy this month's edition of the playlist through Tuesday. And this month's edition of the playlist features songs from artists like Some Stay Slumber, Hillsong Worship, Fireflight, and others. So you can go and check that out if you're interested. And know that there will be a new edition of the playlist coming on Wednesday, so be on the lookout for that. Well, I'll go now, but before I do, just want to wish y'all a happy Memorial Day. And this weekend, let's take time to remember those who sacrificed for our freedoms, those in the military who laid down their lives for the freedoms we enjoy here in America, including the freedom to talk about the truths that we talked about today. Also, another thing about Memorial Day is that it's the unofficial start of summer, and let me just say, I look forward to recording some amazing shows for y'all this summer, so stay tuned to the channel, because it looks like there's going to be lots of good music on the way over the course of this summer. Well, I'll go now. See you next week. Happy Memorial Day, everyone. Bye!